Hello, I'm Claudia Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. All of you that are watching the replay, I'm just going to wait for some people to get on, join me to get started. So how are you all doing today? I'm not going to be doing a Psychic Cafe tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving in America, and so probably there's not going to be a lot of people that will show up tomorrow, so I won't be doing it. Give myself a morning off, maybe I'll have a lie-in. Hello. Once you join me, pop up a message saying who you are and where you're watching from. And I'll just wait a few minutes for people to get in before I get started. So I'm going to go deeper into the daily energies for the day, deeper into that daily read, and I picked out a card from one of Colette Baron Reid's decks again. It gives us more information about it, about the day. And then I'm going to pick my cards out, I'm going to pick your cards out. So if you're watching the replay, then join me live sometime. As I said, I'm not going to be doing this tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving in America, so probably won't be very many people coming on, so I'll give myself the morning off. But any other day, 8 o'clock in the morning, Bangkok time, is when I do it. So you're very welcome to come along and get a little mini reading. Hey, Mehmet, how are you? From Turkey. That took me a while then. It's usually Americans that do abbreviations. They don't realize that no one else knows anything about it. Music for the vibe. How are you? You good? So those of you that are just joining me, just pop up a message telling me who you are, where you're watching from. So when I recorded the daily reads at the weekend, it was last Friday, I didn't realize it was Thanksgiving on the 28th for America. Like other countries don't know that stuff. If you're in America, it's like it's only yours. It's only your festival. And yeah, so I didn't realize. And it's so funny because did you watch it? The cards that came out were fun and gratitude. So I started talking about that, and then the lessons and challenges were about meditating before we communicate, and I talked about maybe having problems with family members and meditating before you communicate, so that you don't say things that you don't want to say, that aren't true, in the heat of the moment, but also so that you do say the things that you need to say. When we kind of shut down, and then later on when we've got clarity, we think, oh, I wish I'd have said that to them. Sometimes we need to express everything that's in us, right? So that was the part of the reading that was about Thanksgiving, that seemed to relate to Thanksgiving, even though I hadn't realised it even once. And then we heard about going deeper too. So it's very much about going for the deeper things that you want in life, those deeper connections, the fulfilling work, not the trinkets, not the money, not the superficial stuff. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that stuff, but you'll get that stuff anyway. If you really like that stuff, you'll get that stuff anyway. If you go for what's deeper, then it's going to serve you better. And also there's a message about not making excuses. So being creative instead of making excuses. You know how we all kind of put things off? Because we've got like good reasons for putting it off, but those reasons, they're just excuses, they're not real reasons. So pretty interesting energies for the day. I also picked out a card from Colette Baron Reid's decks. I love the artwork on this card. It's no place like home. So again, it relates to Thanksgiving, doesn't it? I imagine Thanksgiving being something like Christmas for the rest of us. For those of us that do the Christmas thing, not necessarily Christian anymore. It's just like a lot of people do Christmas. But I imagine it being something like that. So home can mean different things for different people. I mean, home for me now is here in Thailand. I feel very much at home here. And so home isn't necessarily blood family. It's where your heart is. Let's see what Colette says about this card. And it was the right way around as well, which is good. The Oracle's message. Home feels safe and secure, right? So it's wherever you feel safe and secure, and that not sometimes isn't with your blood family. Sometimes it's a place you don't feel safe and secure for some others. It's a comfortable place to rest and create, a place that is known and you can call yours. This card signals that your ability to trust yourself and feel at home in your own skin is beginning to solidify as you claim your dignity and integrity. Aspects of yourself no one can take from you. You know who you are. You hold your head high, yet neither with pride nor humility. Instead, you stand as the observer, seeing through the eyes of your soul. This puts you in a position of power and strength. Authenticity is your home. You're safe here in the house of your spirit and spirit. And of course, when we're being our authentic selves, that's sometimes when it shows up that we're not in our real home, right? With the real people that are our real family, our true family. Because then they react to us being authentic. I like Sedona, Arizona, and Hawaii most. Oh, yeah. Hey, Warren, how are you? Nice to see you in here. I'm going to read the relationship message out just because of that relationship and communication message that came up for us. Lovers, friends, and companion animals are at home in your life right now. You're in sync and full of love, and you can be secure in the knowledge that it's reciprocated. Relationships elicit a sense of emotional safety, comfort, and the best aspects of familiarity now. Be home in this relationship. Together you add to the love of the world. Oh, that's sweet. I'm very well. I've been having CBD oil just after training because I'm using, unfortunately it's still illegal in this country. I'm using a friend's after training, and I get so much better sleep after I've had it. Anyway, he's getting me some today to have at home myself. I am very well. I had an interesting conversation last night with someone that's very special to me. Kat's good. She was just in. I went by the pool to have my coffee with her, and it started raining. So she came in, had some biscuits, went out. She's good. Right, let's go deeper into the daily energies. Is there anything more we need to know? I'm interested to see what my cards are today because, I had a significant conversation last night. Okay, more about the fulfillment thing. It's like, so we've been asked to go deeper, ask for things that fulfill us, ask for those deeper connections. Forget about the shiny baubles and trinkets, especially as Christmas is coming up, right? So to go for what fulfills us rather than trying to manifest the superficial stuff. And touch. This is especially about relationships, those that touch our hearts, that touch our lives, fulfilling relationships. So I think with these energies, it might be, and there's no place like home card coming up, I think there might be some kind of redirections or the veil being lifted for some people, especially around family. People realizing that they're not really at home. I know, like a lot of people, well, like me, I've lost contact with my family now from an abusive place, an abusive childhood, and decided not to be around them anymore. And that's been so much better for me. And now I'm like finding new family all over the place, which is more me. And I know a lot of people, especially those that are interested in this kind of thing that I'm doing, tend to be the black sheep. They tend to be the ones that don't fit in where they came from, and that's for good reason too. So I'm thinking that the veil might be lifted for a few people and might realize that the family isn't really their family kind of thing. It was the lover. It was frustrations came out last night. I know, it's a big one for people doing Thanksgiving. I know, it's like, I hadn't realized. Like sheep. Yeah, and you don't need to be the black sheep. And then when people grow up like that, the black sheep in the family, there's good reason for that. It's to propel you forward. But then you can get stuck in that. You can get stuck in trying to fix that. You can get stuck in that energy that you're the black sheep and then continue being the black sheep in every situation. You don't need to be, right? All the black sheep can get together and there can be a field full of black sheep, and maybe that's where your home is, with all the black sheep. It's like this island, you know, this is a relatively new island to be populated. It's like 20 years. It's a little bit longer than that. It used to be a prison island. Oh, prison! Imagine being on prison in this island, paradise. And well, I guess it wasn't paradise if you were in prison here. But when that stopped, when that prison closed down, a couple of families stayed behind, and then the tourism started. And so it's relatively new. It's like 20 years that tourist population started coming in, and so it's an interesting community here because it's all a new community. You know, like America and Australia, they're relatively new places to that invasion kind of thing, and so it is. It's like an island of black sheep, right? So it's pretty cool in that respect. I can be a goat. I want a goat. I really want a pet goat. Really, really. I'll get one day. Yeah, so it seems like I'm going to Africa, Lauren. Because I'm the flexible one. Oh, is there a goat on the island? I haven't seen a goat on the island. There's a few pigs. I scared a pig again. Was it yesterday, the day before? Riding down the hill and the pig freaked out. Black pigs. There's cows, like Thai cows, they got the big horns. Sometimes they get loose. They don't like the storm, sometimes they get loose and they go on the road, which is very dangerous. Heading around a corner in a car or on a scooter, and there's a cow in the middle of the road. What else? We've got eagles. We've got eagles here, but we've got some new birds that have shown up. I don't know what the name is, but they're huge. They look like eagles when they're soaring around, but they've got big beaks, horn beaks, something or other. Really big birds. They've shown up. Ox. No, they're not ox. We do have buffalo in Thailand, but these are cows. You know, the cows that you know in America, they've been bred specifically for meat and stuff. They're not the old school cows. Same with the chickens too. We've got scrawny, tall chickens here. The original chickens. They've been bred to be really fat and look a different shape in other countries. But we pretty much have the original animals here, which is great because they're much better for us. Humpback cows. Okay, other energies for today. I'll just go to that fulfillment more because yeah, imagine like being around all the other black sheep too, and how much more fulfilling that would be. Because then you can all work together to be creating something new in the world, which is why we all chose to be the black sheep anyway. It's because we wanted to do something different, and you can't do something different if you're born to conditions that are okay. You're not going to have the fuel to want to do something completely different. And so just think about that, how much more fulfilling it would be to be around the black sheep. Okay, yes, this came up last night as well. The Black Sheep Gathering. It's a good name. Sort it out, Warren. That can be your mission, the Black Sheep Gathering. Grace and jealousy. Jealousy. This came up last night. You know, we've both got our own businesses. We're both pretty much free, but I'm freer than him. Jealousy? So that means that I've got to make the effort, does it? Anyway, I will. But yeah, the flow and jealousy. So jealousy keeps us out of the flow, right? We want freedom, but then we're jealous of people with freedom. If we want success, but then we're jealous of people that have got success. It's like one step forward, two steps back. We block it off. We block off what's coming to us. So I don't know why that's coming up today, but it is. You don't want to be around black sheep. What are you doing here then? Okay. I like this. This is a Thanksgiving thing for sure. So talk about what you love, not about your problems, not about your excuses, not about the negative stuff. Talk about what you love. Talk about what you've been doing that you love. Talk about the things in your life that you love. Thanksgiving will go much better for you if you do that. Australian sheepdogs. I like sheepdogs. And more energies for the day. Yeah. And if you find other people are around you that are criticizing everything and complaining, shift the focus. Be the redirector. Be the one that refocuses everyone. You could shift it to the food. Shift the conversation to the food when someone starts complaining. Yeah. Okay. Right, I'm going to pick my cards out. That's enough for the daily energies. I think we've got so much information in the daily read anyway. I don't think we need more information about that. Me, relax and be supportive. Okay. I'm going to do the 2020 reads today. That's why I've got good hair again. It started raining before. It's not a good sign. I don't know which beach I'm going to take you to today. Be a surprise. I might find a swing. I might do it on a swing on the beach. A swinger. And I've got willingness and friend. Oh, okay. I didn't expect that. Expected more information about last night's stuff. Don't get dizzy. Don't get dizzy or dizzy. What? Who wants a reading? Pop up a message saying me, please, and I'll do that for you. I put a bit of weight on lately, but it seems to be muscle. Yeah, who's here? We've got Mehmet in Turkey. We've got, if it's still on, Music for the Vibe is here. Can't remember where from. I'm here. Black sheep. The black sheep are here. What's happened to Nikki? Nikki hasn't joined us for a few days. So once I get the 2020 readings out, once they're all recorded and out there, I'll launch the 2020 year ahead readings. I've been waiting for that one. That's coming up in the next couple of days. Maybe today. Maybe I can get it all done today, but maybe not. We miss Nikki. Come back, Nikki. Yeah, so it's looking like early next year I'll be going to visit. So I'm going on a visa on December 9. So I'll be in Kuala Lumpur for a week, so you'll get to see Kuala Lumpur. And so then it'll be mid-February that I've got my visa to, so maybe that's when I'm going to Africa. Cheers to me. Warren, do you want a reading? A 2020 reading. It's the year 2020, Mehmet. It's year ahead reading, so I do month by month personal readings. Pretty cool. Is that the closest country? What the closest country? Africa? Africa's nowhere near here. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting that it's 2020, that 2020 vision. Next year. Kuala Lumpur, yeah, Malaysia, very close. Oh, who's closer? Myanmar. Myanmar is probably closer to me right now because it's just across on the mainland and then across the mainland. Myanmar's the closest to me, but yeah, Malaysia is very close. Yeah. Here in Thailand, it's 2563, I think, the year. It's Buddha time, after Buddha, maybe. I don't think it's from when he died, I don't know. Is it 2563? I've got to check that. What year is it in Thailand? It's 2563. No, 2562. We're coming into 2563. So 2020, I say 2019 at the moment, but I'm going to 2020. I don't know. It's funny, isn't it, how we say it differently? 2020, yeah, like that. 2020 sounds better to me. The Egyptians, 9,600. Atlantis, 12,600. Of course, yeah, it's 2562 here. When I got my new iPhone, because it's from Apple Thailand, I changed the language and everything and all the settings and stuff, but my calendar was still on 2562 with all of the Thai things in it. It took me a while to figure out how to change it. And even now it says like, I don't know, it's got something weird to it. Different calendars. And New Year here, they've actually changed it. They celebrate New Year, and the year changes on the 1st of January now, like everyone else. But it used to be in April when we have our what's it called? Oh, wow, the name escapes me. The water festival that we have, the New Year festival. It's so much fun. It's the best festival in the world. It's the best festival I've ever experienced. It's so much fun. Because what they do is they use water to cleanse away the last of the year. And so it just ends up being a water fight. The whole country turns into a water fight. It's so much fun. I think sunny lunar calendar is the best for astrology and numerology. It's data saving. Yeah, it's kind of weird, when you see like people putting memes on Facebook and stuff about portals and stuff just because the date is, imagine like what the 20th of the 1st in 2020. Some astrologer will make that into a portal or something like that, and it's like, well, it's just based on one calendar. It's not even, I don't know, it's just random, really, isn't it? I think at least 12 civilizations as technical or developed as this one. Who knows, hey? Who knows? Probably. We've probably created and destroyed ourselves a few times. Do you want a reading? Who wants a reading? You all end up the same. We all end up blowing ourselves up or something. Warren. Love it. Love it. Love it all. Love yourself. You're good enough. For bigger things, I'm hearing. You've got more ahead of you. Don't be stagnant. Don't be stalled. You've got more ahead of us. Love what is. And there's more coming. Where's my goat? I love goats. They bounce up and down. They're so much fun. I want a goat. I want a goat that I take for walks and dance around with, jump up and down with. Whenever you see a goat start jumping up and down, and it'll start jumping up and down with you. Yeah, Warren, you've got success. Support your success. Be supportive to yourself. You've got other things. I don't know, I kind of pick up the vibe from you that you're kind of stagnating. You're not moving forward toward new goals, thinking that there's some more ahead of you. And your higher self is like saying, there's more ahead. There's more to your life. And there's more coming. Anyone else want a reading? Mehmet, do you want a reading? Coffee. So I'm excited to do my Taurus 2020 reading. Sure. I think I'll probably do it month by month for the videos. I never know what I'm going to do. I just hit record and then it comes out. Good news for you. Re is the golden boat with the goat. Golden boat. I don't know. I'm going to record them today, probably, hopefully. The weather's not looking too great, but that might be good if it's just cloudy. We've got wind problems at the moment. I've got wind problem. The wind's picked up. We've been on an extreme weather warning, but it's not hit us, so it's not a problem. But yeah, I'm going to be uploading those maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, next couple of days. And then the personal 2020 readings will be available when I do. Yeah, same time. I'm going to release them at the same time. That's the 2020 reading is going to be the advertising for the 2020 readings. The personalized ones. Full year reading, yeah, month by month. Mehmet. Oh. Endings. Completion and love. This is like, you know how I say sometimes, and it's something that I've learned in my life, learned how to do and got better at, is that you can leave things behind when you still love them, instead of waiting until it becomes so bad, but so much resistance to it that you hate it and then you've got a good reason to leave it. A lot of people will do that. They need a good reason to change. Otherwise, they will stick with it. But what if you can go from one great thing that you love to another great thing that you love to another great thing that you love? I'm engaged for the last 9 years after my divorce. Ooh, it's a long engagement. You're Pisces. She's Gemini. Cool. So this isn't necessarily about relationships. This is like moving on from all kinds of things. Because a lot of the time, yeah, as I said, like people have this idea that you've got to stick with something. You make a decision and you stick with it. It is taking your time. But if you've been divorced, I understand that. I mean, I got divorced, 20 years ago? 19 years ago. And yeah, I wouldn't rush in to get married again. I would do. The right person. I'm wiser now. So yeah, Mama, things are completing and you don't need to wait until you hate it to move forward. Ooh, feel it, joy. Nice. It's like go from one joyful thing to another. Could be about your work. It's easier to do for entrepreneurs, of course. You've got your own business, then you can go from one joyful thing to another, one project to another, one creative thing to another that brings you joy. But if you're in a job, it's harder. Sometimes you've got to quit that job unless you've got a lot of freedom within your job. Yeah. But we really can, like you watch kids, that's what kids do. They'll play, they'll play at one thing and then they'll play at another thing. It's like, that's what life can be like if we just carry on in that same energy. But as I said, people have been taught, stick with things, and there's something wrong with you if you give up too soon. And so people tend to want to have an excuse, like you can tell if you talk to people, You know, if you talk to people about quitting the job, say, oh, you left your job, and then they'll realize everything that they hated about that job to try and justify it's their excuses for having made that change. How to find joy as an undertaker. My brother is an undertaker. And that, you know what, the people that he worked with were kind of joyful people too. They were fun people, strange. Joy as a teacher. Well, you can find joy in anything. A lot of fun. As long as you're aligned with it. Hard to find joy in something that you hate. Does anyone else want a reading? Who else is there? Who's watching me? Goats are joyful. Animals tend to be joyful. And cats are joyful. I met my cat's brother. I was riding around the corner and then I was pushing my bike because the road, it's been raining a lot. Not recently, but a couple of weeks ago. And a lot of the roads here are just sand. So there's a couple of sandy roads that I ride. And yeah, they're bad at the moment, so I can't ride them. So I've got to get off and push. So I got off and pushed. And then this cat was freaking out because it thought I was following it. It was like, and it looked just like Chicken. So obviously Chicken's brother. He was freaking. Yeah, there's so many cats around here. So many. We still haven't got the cat at the stadium. He says that he goes. He says that he goes to the animal clinic each day and that the cat isn't there. So the staff aren't putting it in a cage to keep it there so that he can bring it back. But he's going on his scooter anyway, so I don't know what he thinks he's going to do. Stick it on his shoulders or something, or in his basket on his scooter. Or maybe he's just thinking they're going to land him a cat basket, bring it back. This is a funny one. And he started drinking Red Bull again. It's not even 3 months since he had a stroke. And he started drinking Red Bull again. Thai people are funny. Especially him, he's a character. Anyone else want a reading? It's brightening up out there. So I wonder if I can find a swing on the beach. I know where a few of them are, but they tend to be busier places. Might be noisy, a lot of people. For the 2020 readings, can't do it here because there's that construction light noise that just started. 8:30 is when they start work, obviously. I was thinking my hearing faculty is slightly in decline. Oh, really? Hey, Ashley. How are you? Would you like a reading, Ashley? You're a true swinger for 2020. There are a few swings on the beach. Just the tides have been really high lately. And so the swings have been underwater, some of them. Maybe I'll find a swing. I had a dream about it. That's why I'm thinking swings. I had a dream about me doing my videos on the swings and some friends going by. It got brighter when I did that. Okay, Ashley. Let's do a reading for you. So there's no Psychic Cafe tomorrow because there won't be many people with it being Gratitude Day, whatever you call it, Thanksgiving. Ashley, ooh, right. This is like the, who else got this? This is like criticism will stop the flow. What was it? Jealousy. Yeah. It's like this one. It's like the daily read. We've got grace and jealousy. It's like jealousy will stop the flow, and so will criticism. And so if you're finding you are criticizing what it is that you want when you see it in other people, then that's going to stop the flow. I had a friend that lived on this island a while ago. She said the bizarrest thing to me, and I pointed it out to her because she was saying how she wishes her dad hadn't been so successful. And I just thought it'd be bizarre because he was obviously doing the best thing for his family, and it was good that he was successful. And but she didn't. She thought that he hadn't. She thought that she didn't want him to have that. And yeah, it was like real. I said to her, like, I've never heard anyone say that before, like wanting less for the people that they love. It's a bizarre thing. I can kind of understood where she was coming from. It's not even that he didn't spend much time with them. It was a family business. It was just that he was really focused on that. And she thought that he should have had a different focus, maybe more of a spiritual focus, but you never know. You never know what someone's internal focus is. It could have been a completely spiritual focus that he had. But I don't know why that's coming up, Ashley. It's like the things that you want will flow to you when you stop criticizing them. So maybe you've got some beliefs. Maybe your criticism is showing some beliefs that you've got about what it is that you want, and kind of pushing it away in that way. Right. What else? So don't let your criticism push things away that you want. And don't try and push forward on your work either, Ashley. Surrender it. Let your higher self lead you. You know, this week is all about that. The new moon that we just had is all about that. It's following our intuition. It's not trying to push. It's not trying to control our own paths now. It's getting that connection with our higher selves and being led through our intuition. And so your higher self is saying, just let it go. Let your higher self lead you. Be very quiet about your spirituality and your awareness. So you're not around your tribe then. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know whether this microphone is being used for these lives or whether it's just using the MacBook microphone, because it doesn't. The sound isn't good for these lives, and it's much better when I record a video with this setup, even from my MacBook. The sound is much better. So there's something, I don't know, it's a YouTube thing or whether the settings don't actually work when you're doing live, so it doesn't pick the microphone that it says that you've picked, or what. But I'm aware that the sound isn't good for these lives. It's quiet, isn't it? I'm around a tribe of extraterrestrials soon. Where are you going, Warren? You're going into space. Where are you going for your holiday? I will go with the flow, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Ashley. Is there anyone else there who wants a reading? A mini reading? Because if not, I'll call it quits there. Won't be doing this tomorrow because of Thanksgiving, but I'll be back the day after. And look out on my YouTube channel for the 2020 readings that will be coming up for each star sign that I'm going to record today. Wherever the gods lead you. Okay. There we go. Thank you everyone for coming along. Lovely to see you all. Have a great Thanksgiving for all of you Americans that are doing that thing. Hope you feel very grateful. Do you eat turkey? Is that what you do for it? And a few goddesses. Where the goddesses lead you. So that's my day. I'm going to be doing videos. Maybe talk some more. You're not American. What are you? You're a dragon. Where are you from? I'm not Thai, you know. Canadian. Ah. I'm English and Australian. Born in England. Moved to Australia. Dual citizenship. And then mine is dual citizenship too. He's American and Canadian. Full covered. We've got full covered. Taking over the world. If we can just get it together. Awesome. Have a great day, everybody. And I'll see you in 2 days' time. Bye.